It's been an unbeaten run while you've been in the starting 11. Are you enjoying playing at right back?
Yeah, of course. I think actually playing games is the number one thing, so I'm just enjoying being in the team. And obviously a draw and a win is good progress so far, so we're looking forward to this week and hopefully get another win on the road.
Yeah, you've obviously been playing well while Louis been out, so he's kind of making some progress in his contact training. So are you wanting to kind of hopefully do enough to stake a claim for that starting spot going forward?
Of course, I think all of us want to be in that starting 11. It's very unfortunate for Louis, because he's obviously a great player and he's been in trouble with a few injuries, and hopefully, he can get back playing as soon as possible. And yeah, just when he does get back, I'm looking forward to the challenge.
You've played a lot of positions throughout your career. Was right back somewhere you played at all prior to the season?
Yeah, I played it bits and pieces throughout the game. So I think I had a stint for the under-23s there when we were in London in one game. So when I was over in England, played there a little bit. So I've definitely had experience in playing centre back the last couple of seasons at Eastern Suburbs has put me in good stead. Yeah,
because is there much change? I guess you just kind of about to bomb down the wing a bit more than you would at centre back.
Yeah, I think the defensive principles stay pretty much the same, apart from the fact that you're a little bit 1v1 at times. But yeah, it also gives you the licence to get forward on attack and support and join in and try and help the team score some goals.
Yeah, because do you see that could be a bit of an opening for you? Obviously you are a versatile player, but I guess in New Zealand there's not too many right backs, say even with the All Whites. So, yeah, do you see it as a bit of an opening?
Yeah, of course. I think I've always enjoyed when the game's more in front of me. But that's not to say I don't think I can do a job at 6 as well as a holding midfielder and at centre back. But yeah, look, I've just enjoying the time playing football and enjoying playing at right back.
How exciting has it been to make the team?
Oh, of course, yeah. It's obviously, as I said before, a footballer wants to play football. So to be in that starting 11, to play in front of the home fans and get a result it's the best feeling.
Did you ring your parents and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, no, not really. I've been, even though it's just my probably first couple of starts, I've been in and around football a little while, so they would have seen the team and watched the game, but yeah.
What's the best bit of advice he's given you?
Best bit of advice, probably just stick to the basics and keep enjoy. I think when you enjoy your football, you're playing your best football. And obviously throughout the game, he's always talking. He's in your ear, giving you little bits of information to help you play well.
There was competition last year between Libby and Louis over who might score the most goals. Are you part of that this season now?
I haven't really talked to Libby about it, but yeah, if that's the case, then I might as well join in.
And how tough was it coming back from Europe, having all that travel ahead of the game? Did you feel throughout the game you still had the legs?
Yeah, I think it was pretty tough, but it's a privilege to play for your national team, and so all the time I want to try and play as much as possible for them. And I think in football and throughout the season you're going to have games you don't feel 100%. That's just part and parcel of pro footy. And so it's just, I think, that mental side of it, making sure you're mentally prepared and mentally up that you're not going to be feeling 100% throughout the game. So yeah, it was tough, but look, I think credit to all the boys, Libby, Roos, Cal, have Stefan, come over on that long trip and done very, very well. Yeah,
because I guess you got selected to go on that because of Louis' injury. How soon did you find out that you were actually going to be going? Was it quite a quick turnaround?
Yeah, I guess it was pretty quick obviously when Louis gets ruled out, and then Danny's given me a call that I'm in the squad now, so yeah, it was pretty quick. But look, it's the main thing. I'm just hopefully Louis can get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you were one of the few players that played in both games. How did you find those two New Zealand games, and I guess the Lithuania one in particular?
I think they were very promising. Obviously, you want to win football games and you want to win for the country, so the result aspect of it was probably a little bit disappointing, but I think the performances and how the New Zealand team played, more so in that first game against Ireland, is something very exciting for football fans in New Zealand. It's very exciting for us as footballers as well, because it's an enjoyable way to play. So yeah, look, the first game was very promising. Second game probably let ourselves down a little bit with regards to the performance. But look, it's another learning curve, and hopefully we can get better going on from there.
Yeah, you're hoping to obviously get another run of games now to put your hand up again for March?
Yeah, of course. I just want to play as many games as possible, and hopefully I can sneak into that starting 11 as well.
touched on the physical nature of coming back from that trip, maybe being a little bit more tired than usual, but mentally, was it quite nice to step out of Wellington and come back into it to almost approach that the next Saturday, obviously, and get the first win?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to look at things. You got to try and find the positives out of everything, and to go across the other side of the world and and then come back into the environment that you've been in for the last few months is it's a refreshing in that aspect. So yeah, 100%.
And just again on the shift to right back, obviously Louis and Libby have made quite a name in terms of getting down the wings, being quite attacking. Is that put a little bit of pressure on you to also kind of match them in that regard, or are you able to just go and do your own thing in that position?
Look, I think that's part of my game as well. I like to get forward. I like to open up my legs a little bit. So yeah, I think I can offer the team a lot going forward as well. Maybe because of what we talked about before about the flights and stuff, it was having been a little bit smarter on the weekend in regards to that. So yeah, I'm just hopefully as the more games are getting about, the more I can offer in that regard.
Do you think the team is starting to finally hit their straps, or is there still some areas to work on?
I think you always have areas to work on and get better at. But the majority of the games throughout the season, I think we've been there or thereabouts. We haven't been rolled over by any teams, and so I think we knew it was coming, and it's finally good to get that first win, especially at home, and obviously the draw 2 weekends before, and hopefully we can get the ball rolling.
And I guess with Adelaide this weekend, the Phoenix got a pretty poor record against them, particularly away. Is that something that you've touched on at all, or have you been able to kind of work out why this team has struggled over there in the past?
It's one of those statistics that you probably don't really worry about too much. It's a new team, new group of players. Obviously, travel, going away from home anywhere in the A-League is obviously tough because we're going to another country. So, yeah, factor in that. But look, it's just another statistic, and hopefully we can change that this weekend.
Yeah, and Riley McGree's been scoring quite a lot of goals for them in midfield. Is he, one player you guys are going to have to shut down this weekend?
Yeah, of course. I think the Adelaide as a whole has been very impressive so far this season. So we're definitely up against it on the weekend. But look, we're going over there to get 3 points.